Have you got average or slightly poor academic grades? I'm here to tell you that you can still get into some of the top management consulting firms, and in this video I'll tell you how. So tip number 1, mitigating circumstances. If you've got a very good reason to why your grades aren't top notch, then tell them. Companies nowadays are getting a lot better at understanding these reasons, and a lot of the time they'll have a space in the application to put your mitigating circumstances. But if not, you can always email them. Now, I think the most important thing here is to be honest. If there truly is a really good reason, then be honest with yourself, be honest with them, and tell them. Now, tip number 2, focus on the early stages. Now, if you don't do this, you'll never get to the interview to show them how amazing you would be as a consultant regardless of your academic grades. But what can you put on your CV and on your cover letter to persuade them? Well, this brings me on to tip 3. Show a history of success and high achievement. Now, you haven't got the best academic grades to show them this, so you need to talk about other things, maybe sport, music, societies, entrepreneurial endeavours. But what do you say about these things? Well, I think there's 3 things you need to do. Firstly, don't be too modest. Obviously be honest and humble, but if something was amazing, then say how amazing it truly was. Secondly, quantify it. Take this example and you decide what's better. I ran a big society on campus. I ran a society of over 1,000 people, grew the number of members by 20%, and organised an executive team of over 20 people. Now, I don't think it's a difficult decision. The second one is far more impactful. Now, thirdly, make it stand out. Don't just leave it floating at the bottom of your CV. Put it front and centre for them to see. So tip number 4, apply to small firms, not just big ones. And there are 2 great reasons for this. Firstly, regardless of your academic grades, it's always good to spread quite a wide net in an industry as competitive as consulting, because it's quite likely you'll make mistakes and you'll get rejected, so you need to keep that volume high. Secondly, small firms will probably have fewer applicants and therefore hopefully will care less about a poorish academic performance to invite you to an interview. So tip number 5, network, network, network. This is good to do no matter the size of the company really. For small firms that don't really have any sort of formal application process, networking could potentially lead to an interview by itself. Now, for larger firms you can't really do this, but what you can do is network with people that work for those firms, build a relationship, and then ask them what the company looks for in specific stages. And this could allow you to impress them so much that they then look past your academics. So how can you network? Well, I think you have 2 very good options. Firstly, LinkedIn is a great place to do this, and I made a video exactly on this, so I'll link that below for anyone that's interested. Secondly, if you're currently at college or university, attend events where consultants come from various firms, listen to their advice and talk to them afterwards. So now, tip number 6, ace that interview. You really need to stand out here because you haven't got that academic backing. And I know it's a very easy thing for me to say, do well in your interviews. So I'd highly recommend going back in this channel, watching the videos and subscribing so you don't miss any of my future content that will really help you ace that interview. So I really hope this video will help you. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments. But for now, I wish you all the very best of luck with your consulting applications.